FIFA is insisting that nobody is selling football as a criticisms of its decision to launch a consultation on selling stakes in the World Cup commercial entity to private investors. And these are the issues very, very keen in the football world at the moment because, of course, the football governing body it's looking like it wants to sell some stakes. But Football Global Governing Body did not withdraw the controversial plan, and instead it said it will press ahead with the consultation period. Welcome to Sports Preview on Bua Community Voice, a program that is poised to give you all the updates that is happening in the beautiful world of football. The program is proudly sponsored by our friends at MaxiBet. It's www.maxibet.ng to be a part of this one. Joining me to talk about this interesting topic is the one and only Chiwando. Chiwando, good to have you.
Thank you.
Football or sports, they say, is all about money. I think that's where Gianni Infantino is looking at. But UEFA 55 member association insisting they would not participate in any FIFA tournament until the plan is withdrawn. The CONCACAF, the confederation representing 41 nations from North and Central America, along with the Caribbean, also made it clear of its opposition to FIFA's plan, saying they rejected the proposal. But we know Africa. Africa is backing FIFA in all of these. Asian Confederation of 47 Asian nations joined UEFA and CONCACAF in its opposition and called FIFA to undertake an urgent review of the government. So that means Confederation representing 143 of FIFA's 211 members have now opposed the plan. But we know that Africa, it's now opposing that plan. It's looking very obvious that they are not. But what do you actually make out of Gianni Infantino's plan? Do you think that is mainly harm?
According to what the UEFA's are talking about, when they had the meeting, they said this World Cup showed them a glimpse of what Infantino is proposing on the table when private investor comes in. We are not saying that private investors will not come in to support what they are doing. They have been coming, but the difference is that when they come, FIFA give them their own guideline on how they want things to be. They have a sit down and have a conversation, and at the end of the day, FIFA eventually is the one that tell them how the whole advertisement will look like. But this time around, what FIFA is proposing is saying, let these people now come to the board. They are not going to be stakeholders. And when somebody have a shares in a company, it means that person is a decision maker in whatever you're doing. And then you are looking at a UEFA who, on their own, makes a lot of money. The Premier League is one of the biggest leagues in the world, if not the biggest league in the world. They make a lot of money. Even regulation, teams that were regulated, they give them a huge amount of money that will help them even come back to the championship. So you cannot be doing that with it. That's just for English league. What about the Spanish league? What about the German Bundesliga? What about the Portuguese league? These are people who make money on their own without any of all this noise.
So I feel like Europeans are being selfish.
I don't think they are being selfish. I think they are trying to save football. Because
I'm not getting your point.
The point
if they are making a lot of money and FIFA wants to make more money to be able to share to the federations. Now we know that like in Africa, we've not done much football-wise. In fact, we are celebrating the chance that the winners of the MPFL could go home
with 1 billion.
With 1 billion naira, like it's one big thing, big achievement. So if you're saying that this European Confederation that they make a lot of money, then that means that could be why they're objecting FIFA from going, because FIFA is going to make a lot of money if they go.
This is where the problem is. It's not about the money now. I don't think the UEFA, they are actually being selfish. The problem is we have seen a glimpse of what FIFA is proposing is trying to bring in politics, even though it is there, but it's not so glamoring to the eyes, but we are seeing them. But we are, even at that, we saw this World Cup. The way it was played out, the kind of decisions that were made others, especially the UEFA, to say no. If we allow these people to come on the table and sit with us and make decisions for football, you are going to be spoiling the beautiful one the other game. What if the laws of the game, and we're talking about reviewing the laws of the game, and then the stakeholders are saying no, this laws of the game is going to affect us, especially our brand, the investors. This is what UEFA is saying. No, don't bring them into this. This is football. Let football matters be governed by football people, not outsider. But you're saying when you sell a particular side part of the shares of FIFA to an external body, what it simply means, the external body now have a say on the table. That is where UEFA is finding it difficult. And when an external body have a say, they will always say anything that will have to favor their brand. I mean, people that are governing football knows that there are some things that they will not do. When they bring it out there, they see the outcry of lovers of football. They will come back home and say, you know what? I think these people are not taking it the way we want it. Let's review. Let there be a review. That is people governing, but people who understand what this football means. But when you bring in a businessman, for example, you are giving an Elon Musk and telling him to come and be an investor, and then people are crying. Elon Musk says, I don't care. All I know is that I want to make profit. The most important thing for Elon Musk right now will be for profit, not for what you think, because he doesn't understand what people are talking about. Is he a football fan? Is he a football lover? The investors you are bringing, do they love this round leather game? There are people who have invested, who are passionate about this game, and all of a sudden you want to bring people who don't understand what we're talking about and then put them on the table to make decisions for football. That's where the UEFA is saying no, don't do that. We like the fact that you're making money, we love it, but can we make this money without them having a share, a stake at FIFA? That's the way the problem is.
Of course, we saw some very should I say shocking things. We saw the water break, the relevant water break during the last World Cup, and how it gave chance for coaches, even for coaches to talk to their team midway in the game, and that affected a lot of outcome in the game. We also saw Balogun's red card.
You're not talking about the advertisement. The moment they go for water break,
No,
there's a lot of advertisement. No, these things are interrupting the game.
I agree. That's what I'm saying.
This is for the first time you are bringing entertainment into football for the first time during half time. It's extended. You know that it's extended beyond the 15 minutes. These are the things you're talking about. You are now bringing. I'm not saying all of these things are not good for football. I'm not saying it doesn't. You align it with entertainment with football is good, but you are saying it is affecting the game itself. It's affecting it. And now when you want to bring your stakeholders to not say, I don't care about, when people were crying and saying, no, this thing will not affect, because naturally players, you shouldn't give them that long, because they are trying to get back on the feet. They are still in the game. But when you put a player to sit down for more than 15 minutes, they're already used to 15 minutes, we go in there to play second half. And then you're not saying, no, not 15 minutes, relax, chill. And then they get so relaxed. It has never happened before. They are not used to it. Now you're now making them get used to something that they are not used to. So you're affecting the game. That's what these people are saying.
I get your argument, but I think change is quite constant. I feel like maybe they shouldn't let them have a stake sold to them, so they don't have like an instant say.
That is what UEFA is talking about.
If they will control like the adverts, commercials. In fact, I think a time will come in the Premier League where they will sell the shirts and the right things from head to toe of the shirts and the shorts. Like these things, commercials must keep increasing, because that's even actually where the game can make money to sign players and all of this. But I think you're right. UEFA is right to say don't give him a seat on this table, so they don't spoil it entirely. So we can still have control to say no. Have the ability to say, look, you're partners, you're not stakeholders.
Yeah.
Because if you're a partner, we can actually say, look, we're not partnering with you. Say, if you can't take 15 minutes to do the halftime show in the World Cup, leave it. Let's get who can use 30 minutes to do it, then the games can start. Yeah. But when you are a stakeholder, you can say, it's not going to be 1 hour. You know, we are turning football to what we have with what's it called, the American football. So I think UEFA, with all of the bodies who are involved, are going to win this battle. It's looking very likely that they will win.
It's likely. But I mean, I love Africa. I was saying something, and I was saying something to somebody. I said, do Africa even make decisions when they are in the meeting? Do they even say anything?
We need the money.
No, $40 million. No, do Africans even say anything when they are saying something?
You know what?
Nobody say anything.
US dollars can do to that.
No, I'm just trying to imagine when we are in the seat of doing the FIFA meeting. Do Africans say anything? Immediately it is money, and 40 minutes say, go ahead, FIFA, we support you, go ahead, pay the money, let's know.
These are the issues. I think this is very well explained, so you now know what is going on. I feel like Gianni Infantino should be careful so he doesn't land in more problem than Sepp Blatter and Platini.
He's getting to his money intoxicated.
Yeah,
It's all about money.
And I think getting to know some top persons in politics,
especially in USA,
could become very, very
after this World Cup, he exposed him to a lot of things.
If you don't understand how much money that can be made, in fact, tickets were selling as much as $6,000 for one ticket for the World Cup final, and the least ticket and people were buying. So you get to understand that wow, football is actually that big. But I've seen it happen in Europe, like in Spain, they are moving some Copa España games to Saudi Arabia, to Qatar. You're seeing it, and they're thinking about moving some La Liga games now to Asia.
But the only difference is that they're in charge.
Yeah, but it's happening.
It's happening, but now control.
If Premier League tomorrow start moving some Chelsea home games to because we like Fabio said in Akwa Ibom to get more money, that's not good for the game because it's a domestic league that shouldn't be playing internationally. So I feel like both UEFA and all of the football bodies should pinch themselves now and think about it together that we must be careful how much we are loving this money and the remuneration that is coming alongside the game, because like I don't feel so good that I'm going to watch games of the Spanish La Liga in another country. Like sometimes I wonder what I'll explain to my son is going on when it's a La Liga game, what's happening in Saudi Arabia. Which team even is playing at home, because home should actually be, the game should be at the Spotify Nou Camp and not be happening somewhere in Saudi. So I feel like these things must be controlled. As much as we love this game, as much as we want to make more money, we must be careful. Thank you very much for that insightful analysis. In fact, it was top notch to give a very huge explanation of what is actually going on with FIFA, Gianni Infantino, and UEFA at the moment. Don't forget, you can see this kind of videos and a lot more when you go to Bua Community Voice on YouTube. Do to like and subscribe and share. And don't forget that the program is probably sponsored by our friends at MindSeabet. It's www.mindseabet.ng. Thank you very much once again, and adios.